Bandera gets their first win of the season in the first game for the first time since 2019. Hello, everybody. Terry Bennett here on the Bandera Football Show, brought to you by Coconut Cowboys right there in Bandera. We'll talk about them here in a second. As your Bulldogs get that first win of the season in the first game, you know, as good as Bandera has been the last couple of years, it still shows that there's some things that they had to work on, and one of them was getting that first week win, and they did against a pretty solid petite team. 27-9, great win all around. And I mean, we'll talk about it with the coach, but just a great start to the game where you have a big, long drive, 11 plays, 63 yards. You cap that off with a touchdown, and then your defense immediately goes out and gets a 3 and out. And then Bandera answers back with another big drive, 11 plays and 54 yards. And just like that, you're up 14-0. You do that, you're going to win a lot of games. And Bandera is looking to win a lot of games this year, and a great start to the season for them. We do want to thank our title sponsor, Coconut Cowboys, located at 410 Main Street in Bandera. When I say they have it all, they have it all. They have espresso, they have frozen yogurt, they have coffee, boba teas, pretzels, candy, gifts, vacation rentals. That's why I love small towns. So all you got to do is get hold to Michael, 830-444-0199. You can also find them on Facebook. Just type in Coconut Cowboys. And they're going to be doing Michael's going to be doing some really cool stuff for us this year with the volleyball team. That's why we talked about last year. This really isn't just a football show. I need to remember that. I think I said football show when I started this. It's really more of a coaches show. We're going to have a couple volleyball shows. And then also I know the basketball coach, Coach Keene. Also the head coach at JV, or offensive coordinator for JV. I can't remember. I know he coaches there, and I know he does a really good job. In fact, when talking with Coach Fontenot Amity, he talked about how good Keene is when we were just kind of talking before. Every time before or after I do one of these interviews, I just kind of talk with the coach and visit and, you know, what your thoughts are and things like that. And we were talking about the shows, and he's so excited. And this is why he is such a great person to have in the role, is he's excited for the volleyball and for basketball to get some spotlight. I know some ADs that are football coaches that wouldn't want to do that. And so Coach Fontenot Amity wanting to do that just shows why I think Bandera's football program is definitely headed in the right direction. So anyway, Coconut Cowboys, they're going to help us with some volleyball stuff. Be looking forward to looking for information on that. I hope to do a video or him to do it, and we're going to just stream it. I hope we can do that here in the next week or two. But for sure, as we get into district and then in the playoffs, we're definitely going to be doing some volleyball stuff as well. But right now, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, it is the head coach of Bandera, Coach Joel Fontenot Amity, to talk the big win against Poteet and the Week 2 matchup right here on the Coconut Cowboys Bandera Coaches Show on S2S Sports Network, part of L4 Media. Are you an athletic director or coach looking to make your locker room pop, looking to refresh your look, looking to redo your brand? Well, check out SI Design and Printing. They're going to transform your sports organization athletic facilities into what you're looking for by enhancing the student-athlete experience, boasting the brand, and honoring your past. They do that with banners, backlit signage, locker graphics, window graphics, fence mesh graphic designs, and so much more. If you need a refresh, SI Design is going to help you do that. Check them out online, sidesign.net. And hey, if you're a parent or a grandparent, they've got something for you as well, as SI Design is the leading provider of custom sports prints. They offer a variety of products, including posters, banners, canvases, and more. All you have to do is upload your high-quality studio or action shot, and SI Design will create the memory for you. For more information, all you have to do is go to their website, sidesign.net/sports prints, and you'll get all the information that you need. You can also find them on Facebook. Just type in SI Design and Printing. Give them a call, 254-405-9492, or you can email them, info@sidesign.net, and tell Kyle that Sideline to Sideline sent. Terry Bennett back here on the Bandera Football Show. We're now joined by the head coach of the Bulldogs, Coach Joel Fontenot Amity. And, Coach, first off, congratulations. Your first opening win since 2019. You beat a Poteet team. That's a pretty darn good little team. What were your thoughts on the game?
Oh man, I thank you. We're just excited to play good football and take care of the football. And man, it's hard to go over there and win a Poteet. The last 3 years will show you we haven't beat them. So we're really excited to start the season off 1-0 and try to make it 2-0 this week.
I don't know if you can start a game off any better than y'all did. You had like an 11-play, 65-yard drive. Your defense then goes 3 and out. I mean, you always, coaches always talk about a fast open, and especially in your season opener. I don't know if it can get any faster than that.
No, it was awesome, man, and it brought me back to my triple option days. Of my coaches told me, Coach, we had about a couple 3, 11, 12-play drives. Like, holy smokes, converting third downs, and it was a really, really, really good way to start off the season, man. Defensively, we had a lot of answers and played really good football up front.
Yeah, you talk about that front, both offensively and defensively. Through the air, 331 yards, I think 4 touchdowns by your quarterback. Talk a little bit about Jesse and the game he had.
Yeah, so we had about 150 yards passing and 4 touchdowns, and then about close to 300 rushing. So, man, he did a great job of getting us in and out of good plays, 2 good plays, out of bad plays, threw the ball really well. First pass as a senior was a touchdown. So really, really happy for him, man. And he's locked in and focused and already moved on about 4 days ago. So he's fired up, but ready to rock and roll for Cthulhu this week too. So
and the great thing is hit that first touchdown, the senior hit a sophomore in Jeffrey Thomas.
Yeah, and Jeffrey, JT came out and had a great game, 2 catches and 2 touchdowns. Doesn't get, like you said, doesn't get better than that. Played really well.
Defensively, again, up front, but also just the whole defense. Again, we talked about this last week. Poteet's a really solid team, and offensively, they're going to do some really good things this year. And from the moment they first took their first snap, y'all just dominated them. Honestly, I thought y'all were going to win, but I didn't know y'all were going to be that good defensively.
Yeah, we brought a lot of players back, and I'll tell you what, man, our defense coordinator, Coach Campsey, he does an amazing job scheming up and figuring in tells and just getting our defense ready. Last week, especially when you think about we're prepping from 2 scrimmage films, and so he did an amazing job, man, and some of our guys really performed well. The 2 offensive players of the week were George Cabazos, that inside linebacker, and then our safety, Rover Dylan Gurman, who both had a couple tackles for loss. Really, really played well.
What are a couple things that after week 1 you see that y'all can clean up?
Up front offensively, there was some mistakes because they were playing a lot of games and twisting and moving, and so we're able to really climb in the film and walk and talk our guys through some live bullets, so to speak, about things that kind of you can't really practice or simulate until you're in it. And so we were able to climb through some of those things offensively, and then defensively, some stuff in the secondary, turning and making plays on footballs and things that we can really control and get better at. The good thing is I told these guys after the game or on Saturday and Sunday that we won, which is great, but the refreshing thing is there's still a lot of room for improvement, so we're not peaking week 1.
All right, this week you're taking on Cthulhu, the Cowboys. It's a home game, which is it's in a weird scheduling quirk. That's kind of a unique thing this year. You don't have a ton of home games.
Yeah, it's really cool in Bandera. Home games are amazing when you're winning, and so I'm hoping that week 1 we get the stands packed and everybody's got their blue on, and they really take advantage of the 4 home games we have this year. We're so excited to be at home.
All right, looking at the film, what are your thoughts on the Cowboys?
They're similar to us offensively. They do some good things running and throwing the football. They've got a pretty athletic quarterback and some good skill pieces. Defensively, their interior linebackers do a really good job, and schematically they're pretty sound. So we're excited for the challenge.
And they're like Poteet. This is a team that last year was 6-5. They return a lot of starters, and the Cowboys feel that once district play starts for them, they're going to be a playoff team. So once again, another quality opponent for the Bulldogs.
Sir, yeah, absolutely, and they've got a new coach as well, and so they're going to be fired up, and I'm sure he'll have some tricks underneath his sleeves, and it's going to be a fun one, man. Can't wait for Friday.
How hard is it for you as a coach when you're playing a team that you've played before, but with a new coach, a new system and stuff? How much do you look back at last year?
Not as much as you would if they were coming back. That's a great question, man. Yeah, not as much because it's hard to know tendency-wise. We may look at players and things that may have worked to or against a player who's returning, but as far as schematics, it's pretty difficult trying to figure out, okay, was the offensive coordinator there? Was the defensive coordinator there? Did this guy leave? No, this guy stayed. And going on a Twitter search trying to figure out where all these guys are and who was where. And you can kind of go down a rabbit hole pretty quickly. But it's week to week. But we didn't put too much stock into last year's film for this one.
And how has practice been this week so far?
We had a gym practice because of the weather on Monday, but we had a phenomenal gym practice, which is weird to say. But our kids really handled it well, and it was good practice, and we were able to get outside and spin it a little bit yesterday, and it was a good day being back outside. 90 degrees, but it felt like about 75. It was wonderful time in God's country yesterday.
Well, and I was actually going to ask you, one of the things from last week, everybody was really worried about the heat, and it felt like for the games that I went to and then watching a lot of film that most of the teams seemed to handle the heat pretty okay. Everybody was prepared. How did y'all handle the heat?
After 3 weeks or 4 weeks of practicing, the kids are kind of used to it, and we preach hydration, and we're 2-to-1, 2 bottles of water to 1 Gatorade, and I really just hound our kids about take care of their bodies and putting good stuff in it, and then just giving them rest throughout the week and trying to rotate guys. But that's it, man. I think by the time you get to the first game, your kids are pretty well acclimated to the heat, regardless of how hot it is. Just about preparing their bodies like they're going to run a marathon. So.
And how did the JV do last week?
Good. I won't give you the wrong score. It was 41 to. Either 7 or 14. So they did really well, man. Played a really good football game. Lots of we've got a lot of freshmen on our JV team. We've got a really good freshman class combined with a couple other classes that we had just a handful of juniors and some sophomores playing. And so really good, man. Played really good football, offensively and defensively.
Is your demanding work lifestyle in need of fire-resistant clothing that can keep up? Well, L4FR clothing should be your go-to for quality, affordability, safety, and style. L4FR was founded by a third-generation oil field worker who is also a veteran. Thus, this company has a deep appreciation for reliability and longevity, all while we provide first-rate customer service. Our durable apparel will serve you well for many years to come, whether you're working on a pipeline, a lineman climbing utility poles, or in any other environment requiring fire-resistant apparel. L4FR has you covered. Our apparel is tough enough to resist hazardous conditions while still providing high comfort and style. L4FR provides clothing options to ensure your safety and comfort, whether you're on the job or not. To view our complete inventory of flame-resistant garments, please visit our online store at L4FRclothing.com or give us a call at 817-757-4935. Si habla español. Is your demanding work lifestyle in need of fire-resistant clothing that can keep up? Well, L4FR clothing should be your go-to for quality, affordability, safety, and style. L4FR was founded by a third-generation oil field worker who is also a veteran. Thus, this company has a deep appreciation for reliability and longevity, all while we provide first-rate customer service. Our durable apparel will serve you well for many years to come, whether you're working on a pipeline, a lineman climbing utility poles, or in any other environment requiring fire-resistant apparel. L4FR has you covered. Our apparel is tough enough to resist hazardous conditions while still providing high comfort and style. L4FR provides clothing options to ensure your safety and comfort, whether you're on the job or not. To view our complete inventory of flame-resistant garments, please visit our online store at L4FRclothing.com or give us a call at 817-757-4935. Si habla español. As always, we want to thank the head coach of the Bulldogs, Coach Joe Fontenot Amity, for joining us here. Good start. We've talked about it. We talked about it not only on these shows, we talked about it on our Sideline to Sideline show that we thought Bandera was a dark horse in the region. And we really believe that. And that was before we even got the show. So can't say we were just saying it because we're doing a show. And I think this is the perfect start for them. Now you got to see if you can carry that on to week 2. It's going to be fun. Again, I want to thank our sponsor, Coconut Cowboys, located at 410 Main Street right there in Bandera. You can give them a call, 444-0199. You can follow them on Facebook. Just type in Coconut Cowboys. They have everything: espressos, frozen yogurts, gift shop, vacation rentals. I just love the vacation rentals at the end. I think that's awesome. Pretzels. So if you're wanting to rent a place and you're in need of pretzels, Coconut Cowboys is your place to be. And seriously, though, we do appreciate them for being the title sponsor. I really do appreciate wanting to spotlight the other sports, and we will be doing that. So just be looking out for information on that on our Facebook, Sideline to Sideline, or on our Twitter, @Grant and Terry. That's going to do it for this week. Next week, well, we'll talk about it next week on the Coconut Cowboys Bandera Coaches Show on S2S Sports, part of L4 Media.